I'll give you a look around. So here's the inside. Alright, got some of my stuff in here as you can see. So here's the inside, guys. Here's the door. Got all my gauges over here. There is the hood release. This is the gas cover release. It's automatic. As soon as you hold it down, it'll open up. So I'll show you guys that. And if you can hear it, you'll see that it is popped open. Got a nice speaker here. And as you can see, the car is off, but it does tell me that it is ready for me to fuel, which is a pretty neat feature that it has. It's a big screen. It is 7 inches, and it is pretty dusty. That's what you get when you get black interior. It's gonna show all the dust, all the crumbs and stuff once you leave in there. But that is the inside. Here is the power on and off switch. It's pretty neat. Once you do the remote start, what you have to do is you have to push the power button as well as the brakes to turn it on, which is a safety feature so people don't take your car pretty much. So got your volume up and down buttons, your home button, pick up call, end call, and this is like the Siri. Once you have your Apple CarPlay started, Siri will be connected to that as well. Your I forgot what this is. I put that in the description box as well. And your lane keeping assist. So we do have a moonroof, sunroof right here. I rarely open it just because, you know, down in the south it gets pretty hot, pretty cold really quickly, and you don't want to get sick. So I pretty much just keep it closed for the most part. But I do open up the visor, the blinds, just to get a little more extra sun in. And this is the automatic dimming mirror. It's really good, especially for people that have the halogen lights. You do not want those lights in your eyes all the time. It gets pretty annoying, especially down south. People don't know how to turn their bright lights off, and it gets pretty bad. So that's a really good feature to have. I believe that does come standard in all 3 levels of the Honda Insight trims. Everything you'll need to know will pretty much be in the description. If not, I will link the website there so you guys can check it out and see, you know, everything else I pretty much missed, because I'm not a car expert, but I just wanted to show you my favorite parts of my car. So we're going to continue. I'm going to show you guys the rest of the interior before I turn the car on and show you guys the other features. So this is the black leather interior, and the outside I didn't mention, it was the pearl interior, and it's pretty cool. It's a beautiful color. Not many people have that color, and it's easy to clean. You can let those seats back 60-40. So if you have something big you got to put in the back, you can let that down easily and pretty much get whatever you need to get in there back there. So both of these seats are powered, so you can move them back and forth if need be, especially for your passenger. If they want to be comfortable, you can let them know that they can move that forward, backwards without having to manually adjust it. So I'm going to turn the car on for you guys and show you the rest of the car. So you can see all of those little gauges on there. This is a hybrid, so of course you're going to have 2 forms of fuel or 2 forms of power. And of course one side is going to be the fuel, the gas on the right, and the left is the electric. So what happens with the hybrid, once you're driving, you're pretty much using the fuel side. And once you're under 20 miles an hour, you're going to be using the electric side. That's just helping you with stop go. You're not going to be going that fast, so you don't want to use too much fuel. So that's when the electric motor kicks in, and the electric motor is going to be charged once you release the gas. So the electric motor will be charged as soon as you let off the gas. It's going to kick in the EV is electric vehicle, electric motor. And you're also going to be charging the battery by stepping on your pushing on your brakes. Screen. This is the phone. Got your phone there. It is connected to my phone. Got your recent contacts, recent calls, contact keypad right here. It's a very helpful thing to use, but I don't really use it because once my phone is connected to the Apple CarPlay, I don't really need to use it anymore. So we got your phone, smartphone connection. It is disabled because it's not connected to my USB, so that's okay. But it is connected. So once you go here, You'll be able to see the settings. You get all kind of settings. You can customize your display, your sound. Let's go to system, touchpad sensitivity. Those are some of the customizable things that you can do. Different connections. You have Wi-Fi capabilities on here, but I will not be doing that because that's expensive. Let's see, you got your brightness on here. That's helpful, especially when you're driving at night. You don't want blaring your eye. Like, you have too much you have to focus on. So it's best to see as best as possible. So got your information there for your sound, the navigation. I really like the navigation because it just looks a little bit more technical than your average navigation system. Like, as you zoom in, you can kind of see like the different elevations. You can see it right in there. So it pretty much shows you a better detailed look of your map and water, you know, just really cool. Different terrains. See, it's really neat because it looks like the Google Earth settings with the 3D buildings, the 3D terrain. So I really like that. It's really come in handy with people who aren't really, I'm not using Cyrus XM. That's a subscription that once you go over like your free subscription, you'll be charged. So we're not even going to go play with that. I will use my phone like I do everywhere else. AM radio, FM radio. Car updates is really neat because it's nice to have. Make sure your car is pretty much up to date with all the latest tech. Your AT&T hotspot, I will not be using that. I'm good. I have hotspot on my phone, but if you do want it, I do suggest it because hotspot is really neat, especially when you're in those areas where it's not a good signal. It's really good to have, you know, Wi-Fi capabilities. Honda Link pretty much links your car to the internet. And I'm good on that. I'm not one of those crazy people that think that, you know, the government's out to get me tracking everything, but I just don't want it. I don't see how it's necessary. But pretty much all your settings here, like I just went over, phone, mail, navigation, and we'll go back to home so you can see the rest of everything. You can see now my phone is connected. I had one missed phone call this morning. I'm pretty sure it's a robocall. They've been really at it this year. My block list has increased substantially over the last year, and it's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on. Tell them I don't have any money. So this is what it looks like. Apple CarPlay, the different apps. So you have Now Playing, which is pretty much the music besides Spotify. So I have Spinrilla on my phone. I really love it, but it is not a app that is really recognized by CarPlay. So it just has Now Playing on there. Maybe if you have YouTube music on there, it'll play under Now Playing. Otherwise, if you have Spotify, you can use Spotify on there. So you can also see your music, Apple Music, Maps, Messages, like I said, Honda, which I'm not connecting my phone to that. And it got your home button on there. It looks like it's a iPhone, so it's really neat. And for your parking, so the parking is very different. At first, I did not want a car that came with an electric gear. I just did not like it. I wanted a normal gear shift like the rest of the cars that I used to have. I don't know. I just felt a little antsy about that. It's pretty simple. It's like any other gear shift, except for you're pushing a button. With this one right here, I'm pressing on the brakes, guys. Don't worry. Once you push on the brakes and you push this down, this is in reverse, and you will see the back of you. And with this camera, it's pretty neat because this gives you different options for your car. So when you're backing up, first you want to check your surroundings, but you have different views of the camera. And I thought that was really, really neat. You get even the ground. Like, who gets the ground? That is so cool. And also, I want to put this in park. With this car, you have a feature where when you turn, you put your right turn signal on, and only your right turn signal. It does not work for the left. Once you put your right turn signal on, it's going to show you the side of you. So that's really neat. I love it. That's a blind spot feature. So, you know, if you're not checking your blind spot, you know, once you turn around before you get in the next lane, that's a feature that'll really help you. I do still suggest looking back because you can't really trust technology, but it's just a helpful tool to have, you know, double checking everything to make sure everyone is safe. So that is a cool feature to have, and I love it. Another feature of this drivetrain is the brake hold. And I know you see two brakes on here, and I'm like, at first I was like, why do I have two brakes? Like, what's going on? What this feature is when you are driving and when you are stuck in, like, say, a long traffic line, or you're ordering food and you don't want to keep pushing the brake pedal down, what this does is you'll have it in drive. So we're going to put it in drive, and then we're going to push brake hold. Brake hold is a cool feature to have, because I'm going to push it on so you can see it. Oh, see, it's not going to let me do it unless I have my seatbelt on. And this car cares about you guys. Oh my gosh, just wait. So look, we're going to move forward a little bit. Now brake hold is on. What brake hold does is it lets you take your foot off the gas, and then it'll just hold the brake for you. So it's stopped, but it's still in drive. So we're not moving, as you can see, and brake hold is on. And what this does, it just helps you not to get a foot cramp, basically. You don't have to keep pushing stop, go, put it in park every time you're in traffic. So this helps. And your brake lights are still on in the back, so it doesn't look like you're going to move once you take your foot off the brake or the gas. So you'll still be stopped, pretty much. It's just that you're in drive, and as soon as you're ready to go, as soon as you're ready to move forward, get your food, or move forward in traffic, all you have to do is push the gas. Once you push the gas, you can see that the brake hold is off, but it's still initiated. So once you stop again, if you're still in traffic, if you're still getting your food or getting your change back, you just let off your brake again, and it stops. And that is the engine kicking on for some odd reason. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an expert. Another cool feature is if you want to see the back of you while you're driving, you don't have to worry about just putting it in reverse in order to see and use your back camera. What you do is there's this little button on the side where it shows you that the camera is on the right side mirror. All you have to do is push this button right here, and it shows you the side of you. It's just, this car is a really like safety type car. I don't even know how else to explain it. This car cares about you. Let me tell you guys another thing. So when you're driving and you want to put on your cruise control right here, of course you'll set your cruise control, but it says AC off. But once you're driving, it will initiate. And say if you're already going, say 75 and a 70, your car will read the speed limit. As you can see right here, it reads the speed limits. Once it sees that the speed limit is 70 and you're going 75, it'll automatically alert you that it's about to slow down, and it slows down for you guys. Like, this car really cares about you. And it also has the lane keeping assist. So say if you swerve into a different lane that you're not supposed to be swerving in because you don't put your signal on, your car will kind of like nudge at the wheel. It won't just, yank it from you, but it'll nudge the wheel to alert you that, hey, you're swerving into a lane. Are you sure? Because you didn't put your signal on, which you should. So it will nudge you. And I just think that was a cool feature, even though sometimes I just get lazy. Sometimes I don't feel like putting my signal on, but I've learned I just need to go ahead and put it on just for the safety of me as well as people around me. Like I said, I would post pretty much everything you need to know about this car in the description so you guys can check out more information on this car. I highly recommend it. I love it. So thank you guys for watching.